Moedim l'simcha, happy Sukkot holiday. I got an etrog and beautiful lulav here for the holiday. We shake these every single day with a bracha, blessing al netilat lulav. I want to talk a little bit about this ritual of Sukkot. I mean, obviously we sit in the sukkah, we do this shaking every day. You know, if there is a ritual that seems the most pagan, maybe a little wacky, it's shaking these items, every day of Sukkot. What's up with that? And it really raises questions about the rationality, of religion, right? And specifically, I want to talk about in progressive Judaism. There are so many things in Judaism over the years by both Reform and to some degree also conservative Judaism, but progressive Judaism said we should remove these old rituals because they're not rational, they don't make sense, they may be even a little bit embarrassing, they're pagan roots. And look, believe me, why I'm a progressive Jew is ultimately I do believe religion needs to change and evolve with contemporary times as it grows and as our lives grow and things evolve. I'm not against evolution. The question is, are we throwing the baby out with the bathwater? Because there's an idea saying, well, keeping kosher, you shouldn't eat certain foods. That's not rational, right? Well, then we just came to learn later that there's actually profound teaching that comes in kind of watching your spiritual diet and keeping consistent with Jewish tradition, like tossing it all the way out. It's not just about some hocus pocus. There may be some depth there morally, religiously, spiritually to keeping kosher. But put that even aside. In general, years ago, I don't know, 30, 40, 50 years ago, if someone said, oh, I go into a room and do yoga positions, I learned from ancient India practice and Sanskrit and chant Om, people think you're crazy, you're Mashugana. And then we discovered, wait a second, there's beautiful things for the body, the breath, kind of time taken away from the world to focus on your energy and your soul that you have. The soul isn't even rational, quote unquote, right? So removing all these ancient indigenous wisdom practices, right? You could say, I remember for a while people thought, forget the old-fashioned fresh food. We should eat processed food. It's better for you, fat-free, whatever, everything. Then we're going to discover, wait a second, a famous book by the man who wrote Omnivore's Dilemma. We should go back to food that your great-grandparents ate, simple foods. So all I'll just say is that shaking lulav and etrog, there's so much in it. Even just getting back to nature. Plants and things, fruits from the land of Israel, our indigenous tradition. Just that alone. Getting outside. There's a lot to be learned from doing these things that are beyond the rational. So I want to hold on to say, look, should our tradition evolve? Of course it should. But maybe it's not so crazy. Getting in touch with nature, getting in touch with the outdoors, being in touch with plants close to you, shaking them, being grateful for it, just on a basic level, that has wisdom too. Chag Sameach.